Joao Felix has had an astonishing start to the season with Barcelona, being one of their main references in attack and finally being able to show his huge amount of talent again. It's no doubt that he's a crucial part of Xavi's current Barcelona, but the question is, can Joao Felix actually maintain that kind of form over a whole season? And has he got the potential to actually fully blossom into that player that he can become now, unlike at Atletico Madrid or at Chelsea? Well, that's what we're going to discuss in this video, so make sure to stay tuned. First of all, I think a lot of people are still quite cautious when it comes to praising Joao Felix, because he's only been at Barcelona for about a month now and we don't know yet whether he can maintain the level he's been playing at for a whole season. That's definitely understandable, as he had some great games every now and then for Atletico Madrid and Chelsea as well, but just wasn't able to consistently perform on a high level. At Barcelona though, he can maintain his best form for a whole season. And why is that? Well, if you look at Xavi's system, you see that in attack, the left winger is supposed to not really stick to the outer left and to rather roam in between the left, the center, the midfield and the attack. The outer left, well, that space is occupied by the left back, Alejandro Balde at the moment. So the task of the left winger is really to create goal scoring opportunities, to establish a dynamic attack with a lot of movement, and to be a danger in front of goal. Joao Felix is exactly the type of player that you need in that role. He is a natural roamer. He has always been the type of player to go wherever his intuition leads him and to create danger in attack. Also, he's very good at understanding his teammates and linking up with them. A very important quality for a player with this role, as your attack becomes very hard to defend against when the players have great chemistry. That's exactly what we've been seeing with Joao Felix and Lewandowski thus far, and is the single most important reason why Lewandowski has suddenly started playing better again from the moment Joao Felix had arrived. Apart from that, Joao Felix's individual class is a big weapon for Barcelona, and it's optimized because of that left winger role. His dribbling is great, his passing is great too, and he's also the type of player to single-handedly decide the game with a shot from distance. Long story short, the left winger role in Xavi's system perfectly suits Joao Felix, and that is why it's no surprise that he's immediately fitting in that well. That also means that as long as he's playing in this role, he'll just keep on performing on a high level consistently. Think about it. If players struggle with being consistent, it's often because they don't have a clear-cut role in the team and don't fit in perfectly, which makes their performances more dependent on how good the opponent is and how good they are that day. If a player has a clear role that he has though, and if that role fits him, it'll be way easier for him to perform on a high level consistently. That's also the case for Joao Felix. He has an important role, his duties perfectly fit his qualities, and that's why he won't have a hard time being consistently good this season. And by the way, he's also a very versatile attacker. He can easily play as a false 9 as well, and in Lewandowski's absence, that's definitely something Xavi should experiment with. The requirements of a false 9 are that you're creative, that you can dribble well, that you're somewhat of a natural roamer, that your reading of the game is good, that you can link up well with your fellow players, and that you can finish off chances. Joao Felix actually fits those requirements pretty well, so even if he can't play at left wing for some reason, there will always be a place for him in this team. So by now, you should be pretty much convinced that Joao Felix will actually have a full season of performing well at Barcelona, and that his spells at Chelsea and Atletico Madrid won't be repeated at Barça. But the big question is, where is his ceiling? How much of his potential can he still fulfill at Barcelona? Well, if we assume that he will stay at Barcelona and that they will buy him, which will happen because, as you know, he will keep on performing this season, then the sky is really the limit for him. He's still only 23 years of age, which means that he's got more than enough time to turn into the player that is worth 127 million euros. Just take a look at that as well, by the way. 127 million euros. That is the fee that Atletico Madrid paid for him back when he was at Benfica, and that's not a coincidence. At Benfica, he was the main creator in attack, and he was seen as the biggest talent in the world for a while, winning the Golden Boy Award in 2019. That means that with what we've just seen from Joao Felix at Barcelona thus far, it's maybe really just Atletico Madrid and Chelsea that were the problem. Joao Felix needs to play in an attacking team to really be the player that he actually is. At Atletico Madrid, his best spell was that at the start of the 2020-2021 season, when they actually played quite attacking football, and when they ended up winning La Liga. That, again, is no coincidence. In the last couple of years, Joao Felix's status amongst the biggest talents in the world has declined, but his quality hasn't. He is still one of the most talented players out there. Now, at Barcelona, he can again be the player that he truly is. The creator from the left, constantly looking for opportunities and being one of the main references for his team. And if you know how well he fits into Xavi's system, he will really only improve in the following years. His chemistry with the other players will become even better, which is crazy to realize considering he's only been here for about a month. At the same time, in the following years, Barcelona's squad will just be improved to eventually form a lineup with 11 players that fit perfectly into their role in the team and that are all world class. That will also have a positive impact on Joao Felix. As the general quality of the team increases, so will his. The sky is really the limit for Joao Felix at Barcelona. Intrinsically, he's still got the same talent that he had at Benfica and that made him worth that much money, while he also plays in a team now where he perfectly fits into the system and where he can be a part of the long-term project. Mark my words, if there are 3 current Barcelona players who can go on to win the Ballon d'Or in the future, Joao Felix would be one of them. The journey for him has really just begun, and his story at Barcelona might go on to become way more legendary than many people would have thought. That was it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share your own opinion in the comments down below. Força Barça, Força Joao Felix, and have a good day.